Let's say you want to have a drop-down custom field in Asana with more than 100 options. This is actually not possible. If you edit a field like this one with a country list, once you hit 100, you won't be able to add any other options. So what do you want? How can you work around this limitation if you want, for example, a list of countries? There are actually more than 100 countries. First option is grouping options together. For example, if you have small countries like Antigua and Barbuda, Cabo Verde, you can actually group them together like this and then use a description to actually say which country you want among that list, because there's a big chance you will never, or really not often, use those options at all. That's option number one. Solution number two is to create a second custom field. You can have country number one, country number two, and you just have two different lists, and any task would have a value either in the first field or the second field. That does work as well. Makes reporting really and search really harder to work with, but it's one available option. Option number three is to do this, to have the last option being other. So let's say you have 99 countries and the last one you just write down other, and then you use a description or a text field to actually write down what the value is. The fourth option is to replace that drop down with a text field. If that's okay with you, if you do not need specific search or reporting, you can actually let someone type down the value. It doesn't work in most cases, but it might work in your case. The last option is to remove values that don't make sense anymore. It probably doesn't apply in that case with countries, but if you want to list options to book a meeting, for example, every time a slot is taken, you can actually remove the value by clicking on the cross. When you do so, any task with that value will keep the value. It will be struck through, but you will keep the value, and that will actually give you room to add new options before reaching that 100 values threshold. I hope that helps. 5 options available to have a drop down with more than 100 options. Those are actually workarounds because you can't have more than 100 options. Have a good day.